Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Eschalon Book 2. Man, the last couple of episodes were a bit of a tour de force. I'm kind of glad that's over. As you can see, my inventory has been cleaned up. There are a few things here. I'm keeping the scroll of stone skin for when I have more wisdom. In fact, the unfortunate truth is that I will actually need 35 wisdom total to be able to learn the max number of spells, I think. Unless there is even more than that, I don't know. According to the chart on the wiki, at 35 I will be able to learn 17 distinct spells, and I think I have 11 now, which I would normally need exactly 23 wisdom for, which I guess I had when I was still using my old hat, which I'm no longer doing. So yeah, and also for some reason I guess I was confused about this new one actually giving me wisdom, but instead it gives me divination spells skill. So I don't actually need to improve that, because while I'm wearing that I will have enough divination to cast everything at the level I was used to. In fact, I should even be able to cast one level higher than that, so that's nice. I am losing out on that wisdom, so no learning any new spells until I can significantly boost my wisdom. I think I need 25 to be able to learn one extra spell. And yeah, so that's that. Really unfortunate that you cannot choose to unlearn spells, but oh well. The other thing is that, as you can see, I'm wearing not my normal stuff. And also, you already saw that I'm standing in Rule's house. I have not actually tried this. I just walked here and saved, and I have no idea if anything is even going to happen. I put on all the bronze gear that I could find, and I am almost convinced that this is all the bronze gear that there is. I mean, obviously there are different items, but I've never seen a single bronze girdle. And I have actually refreshed shop inventories, I think a total of 3 times by resting 7 days in a row in between to get rid of most of the items that I had. And of course, I guess I probably wrote a comment or put that in the description or something, but yes, I absolutely did take that stupid 33-pound leg piece with me that I said I wanted to leave behind. I was completely blind to it. I don't know. Sometime while selling stuff, I suddenly noticed that, hold on a second, why do I have this? I don't know. The moment I decided to put that in the box, my brain somehow marked it as already being removed, and I never actually put it away. So that was silly. I could have taken 2 other things with me instead that I actually could have sold. But as it turns out, I mean, as you can see, I have 13k now from selling a bunch of things, not everything, because the maximum amount that any blacksmith has is the guy in Fort Cuda who has 1,000 after a refresh. So I can't sell anything that's significantly more valuable than 2,000. Like, for example, I would not be able to sell this at all unless I buy something worth at least, well, a few hundred from him first, which of course I can do. So, you know, it's a lot of juggling around of items, I should say, and, you know, for just getting another 1,000 gold out of him. And I've seriously started to question whether it's even worth it at this point. I mean, yeah, maybe I should just start leaving individual very valuable items behind and just, you know, only pick up things that are like stackables, like gemstones and the like, and valuable lightweight items like scrolls and maybe potions that I'm not planning to use, that kind of thing. Projectiles perhaps that I can sell individually, just because it's so inconvenient and just, well, I don't know. There might be shops later on. There will probably be shops later on that sell that have more money to pay for items. But on the other hand, how much more money am I even gonna need, right? Anyway, so I'm here in all my bronze gear. I don't know how I got sidetracked again. I did get a bronze small shield, which I'm actually using, or actually, I mean, I haven't actually used it in combat yet. It does give me an extra 2 armor. However, the other unfortunate thing is I also confirmed that even at 40 points of strength, and I can reach 41 when I cast level 3 Ogre Strength right now, while that is active. That only allows me to carry a total weight of 13 pounds in both my hands, including the glove slot, and still cast spells in combat. So I can just barely use this weapon plus some, hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so I can use this weapon here, which weighs 12, plus gloves that weigh up to 1 pound, and definitely not a shield that weighs 7.7 pounds. So we'll see how this works out. I mean, I could, of course, take off the shield in combat, heal a few times, put the shield back on, wasting a turn, or giving the enemy a free turn, free attack each time. It's definitely not ideal. So, I don't know. Maybe in the long run, I'm gonna decide that the shield is just not worth it, and the ability to heal myself in combat is more valuable. But we'll see. Maybe it makes it more of a difference than I think. I'm just gonna give it a try now that I actually have the skill. And also, speaking of which, I did find both of these books in shops that I'm pretty sure this time that I haven't seen before. In fact, Shields Up sounds pretty obviously like a shield skill book, and the Fly's Defense, I'm guessing maybe light armor. What else could it be? So I'm gonna read those, but first of all, let's finally find out. It worked. I hoped it would, because I really didn't know what else I could possibly try. I've been looking for non-magical rings, but the only ones that I saw were actually brass and not bronze. So I was really getting a little bit desperate here. But thankfully, I was guessing that the 5 main armor slots are probably what's important. Weapon and shield might not even be necessary. So maybe I was only waiting for those bronze bracers all this time. Okay, Oracle of Fact and Fiction. And some gold. And some more gold. Not a lot. Okay. And, alright. Not visible, but thankfully it teleported back out. Interesting. Well, let's read this first, I guess. Oracle of Fact and Fiction by Ruel Midel. A note from the author. The goal of this book is to once and for all establish the truth behind the existence of the Oracle. Are they real beings living deep underground, or are they mythical creatures of fantasy? This is the exact question I asked last episode. Are they malevolent demons seeking to destroy the race of men, or are they timid creatures hiding in shadow, ever fearful of us? These are the answers I hope to provide through my many years of research. The next 890 pages cover all aspects of the Oracle, myths and stories collected from hundreds of people, illustrations and woodcuts of Oracle from the past 300 years, and even the data gathered from field research by Mr. Midel himself into the legitimacy of the Oracle. It will take you weeks to digest all of this information, so you briefly leaf through the pages to pick up what you can. One conclusion the author seems to make is that there is more evidence for the existence of the Oracle than against it. I mean, how could you prove that they don't exist? I don't know. After hundreds of historical accounts were compiled, there emerged a number of collaborating facts the author has drawn. The reports describe a race of beings, slight of build, living deep underground, vigilant and timid. They avoid contact with outsiders. They seem to be very intelligent and possess a profound understanding of metals and ceramics, allowing for weapons far more keen and precise than anything made by the hand of man or dwarf. Yet accounts of warfare with the Oracle are sparse and generally chronicle their unfailing tactic of retreating when confronted. However, if forced into combat, it seems an Oracle cannot be defeated. Their weapons cut through steel plate like wind through fog. Their armor is unbreakable. As such, no Oracle has ever been killed or taken prisoner by act of combat with man. This, it seems, is what has given rise to the conception that the Oracle are simply a myth. Okay. So the conclusion is that they do, in fact, exist. But they seem to have absolutely no interest in interacting with us at all. With us surface dwellers. So they might as well not exist. But of course, they might actually be those shadowy beings, or that shadowy figure that initiated the Krios Vindica might have been an Oracle. I guess really more like dark elves or something. That definitely sounds more elvish than orcish, as I had kind of assumed. Okay, well, interesting. I'm not really sure what that does for me. I'm obviously going to hold onto this book, even though I could sell it, but I mean, it took so much effort. Well, really not that much effort in the end, but definitely a lot of anticipation and preparation to finally get it, that, you know, I'm not just gonna throw it away. Well, okay, shields up. This is a bit of an odd book. It is leather-bound, and the cover has a miniature bronze buckler somehow glued to its surface. The back of the book even has small straps similar to those used for attaching a shield to one's arm. While perusing its contents, a particular passage catches your eye. A common mistake made by novice and expert shield bearers alike is to block arrows by simply raising the shield to meet the incoming barrage. The problem with this is that simply raising the shield generally involves holding it perpendicular to an arrow, giving the arrow its greatest area of impact and the best chance to pierce the shield. This practice gives the bearer a greater chance of injury than avoiding the attempt altogether. The proper method for blocking arrows is to not block them at all. Deflecting an arrow is the mentality that should be used. Based on the flight path of the arrow, your shield needs to be properly angled to reduce the area of impact and increase the chance of deflection. See the diagrams on the following page for examples of the most common flight paths and deflection angles. I'm not really sure that would work, but okay. Memorizing these images will greatly increase your chances of survival when caught in a ranged battle. Okay, and somehow this bit of instruction that strictly deals with ranged battle, which seems to me to be the less common use of a shield as opposed to using it in melee. But sure, that is all the shield instruction that we get. I mean, I'll take those free 2 levels. Sure, why not? And the fly's defense. We shall begin your combat training now. The wizened dwarf ran a chubby hand through his graybeard. He led the human teenager Daniel outside to a large pit with a thin board running across it. Come, he gestured and walked onto the small plank. Danel followed eagerly, ready to finally engage in some real fighting. The skinny piece of wood was quite difficult to traverse, requiring most of his attention to maintain balance. In contrast, the dwarf, with his lower center of gravity, had no problems remaining upright. A fly buzzed around, and the boy nearly fell into the pit, swatting at it. See how that fly moves? The dwarf asked with a grin. Master, you're not going to make me catch flies again, are you? Danel looked a bit crestfallen. Not at all. The dwarf suddenly darted toward the young human and shoved him off the board. Danel landed flat on his back, the breath knocked out of him. You will now learn to be quick like the fly. A low chuckle escaped the elder's lips. Just as I read this, a fly lands on my screen. How fitting. No, please, just buzz off. Come on. From a large hole in the side of the pit strode a giant, huge even for a giant, carrying a tree for a club. That's a sudden change. The first rule of combat: don't get hit, and you won't get hurt. The dwarf cackled with glee. Oh, so this is that dodging? Oh yeah, okay. I gained the skill dodge. Well, sure, I'll take it. Okay. I don't think that immediately improved my armor rating or anything, but okay. Also, one more thing, just to make absolutely sure there's nothing else here. I mean, I did take everything from these chests. It was just gold in the book, right? Huh. Okay. Harder than copper, redder in hue, the wonders of bronze are known but to few. Right, okay. I mean, I can only assume that I'm done here for now. Again, I'm gonna keep the book. I guess I might as well also keep the equipment, just in case there is something else to do with it. Although, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just keep it. Might as well. Huh. Yeah, okay. And these books, I could sell them, but yeah, I guess I can. Whatever. Right, I suppose I can and should just fast travel back to Everdale to stash these things away. I'm actually going to just... come on. Oh god. By the way, if it seems like I'm struggling to control the game or read things more than usual, it's because I'm not currently zoomed in, and there's a reason for that. Gonna get to that in a moment. A room for the night, yes. Mostly just to make it brighter. And actually looking at his stats now, 36 armor, everything combined. Might go back down to 34 if I decide to ditch the shield for good. I guess I could keep it around for fights where, I don't know, where it seems to make sense or something. But, well, you know me, probably. And I'm terrible about remembering to actually switch equipment for, you know, in those situations where it would make sense. And thus I typically try to avoid that in the first place. What? You don't buy books? Oh, interesting. Kind of annoying that merchants also have their own, I don't know, preferences for what they are even going to buy. Do you buy books? Probably, maybe? No, you don't buy books either. Okay, well then. Never mind. Hit points, bow, concentration to hit. Okay. I've looked through these inventories before, I think. Right, so I'm gonna stash this away, and then... Oh, that's the wrong stash, actually. One, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6. I am definitely more encumbered than I used to be, even when my inventory is basically empty. I mean, I'm gonna lose these 4 pounds from these books, but I have the extra axe with me, and I actually bought a bunch of, well, lockpicks. Of course, they weigh like 5.6 pounds at this point, because it's a lot of them. I did buy some extra copper darts, and some demon oil as I saw it in the shop. I also bought a couple extra potions, I think. Yeah, some invisibility potions, as you can see, and I think also some mana and healing potions, just because I figured, you know, I have all that money, might as well turn that into some useful items. But that does mean that I'm a little bit more encumbered than I used to be. Now, what I wanted to show off is... Hold on, I guess I can do that on the fly, actually, like this. Aha, because, as you can see, this is a digitized version of the map that I've been drawing. I figured, I don't know, I somehow had the idea of actually showing that map rather than just talking about. And I thought about ways of how to do that. And I thought there must be like flowchart creation tools out there, plenty of them. And in fact, there's even like a tool to specifically map interactive fiction, like text adventures and whatnot. But I decided to try this online browser-based flowchart creator, and it works just fine for my purposes. This is very similar to what I have on paper in front of me here. So this is where we started. I thought I'd just show it off, and you know, because I talked about it a few episodes ago, before I actually entered Thaermore. So yeah, East Willow and our home is here where the game started. The blue border signifies that map has a fast travel point, or even 2 in the case of Everdale. The Farrock Monolith, is that what it's called? I think so. Is on the other side of the mountain chain that goes through. On my paper map, I have a few little graphics like indicating forests and you know, impassable terrain like mountains and rivers. But I figured for these purposes, this map is just fine. Green means that it's fully explored, as far as I know. White means it's not fully explored, or not explored at all. Like this one here, this map that I mentioned, which is straight down, straight south from our home. And I never even entered it. So I don't even know what this area is called, or anything. I also know that there is a screen over to the west from the church ruin place, and I've never been there either. And I'm assuming, here I have question marks because I don't know if there are maps or map transitions to the west from Western Falpine or Cape Sorrow. And I don't know yet if there is a connection between these, north to south, because I have not explored the respective parts of those maps. But yeah, other than that, you can see, well, Port Cuda there, Blowwitch Tower, and the zoo ruin is also there, Forsaken Coast. Yeah, I guess it's pretty self-explanatory, probably, and yeah, I just thought that maybe you'd be interested in seeing the graphical version of the game's layout as far as I've explored it so far. Yeah, okay, and with that I'm actually going to go back to the game, just like this. And I'm going to make a little bit of a cut so I can go back to the other recording method and have the game zoomed in again. Because if I try to zoom in now, it's not going to be pretty. Here, that's what it looks like. I don't actually know what it looks like, but I know it cuts off parts of the game window because it doesn't perfectly align. So unfortunately, I have to start a new recording here. But that's okay. As far as what I want to do next, I mean, we just finished this major dungeon. So the question is, do I want to go into another dungeon? I kind of want to. I kind of want to go and check out this map here, just see how tough it's going to be. You know, it's outside, just a change of scenery, basically, and I'm so curious about it. So why not do that before I head into Ironpool Dam, or below Ironpool Dam again, or Ironpool Lake specifically. But I do want to get that out of the way as well. So yeah, why don't we take a look at that? Okay, and here I am, back in the proper recording mode, and we're right here at the screen transition. There's our house, there's East Willow, and oh, had I actually entered here? I guess oh, Yoma Narrows. I don't remember this at all. I guess I had stepped into this once and then never done anything with it. Of course, it just turned night, just turned dark. It's kind of annoying, bad timing. But that's okay. We can actually, well, first of all, save this as my config 1. Oh, wait. Now I have a shield, so the game doesn't even let me. Well, you know what? In that case, screw it. I'm just gonna camp. Yeah, that's another disadvantage of having a shield. That I can't easily use lanterns or even torches. And that's ectoplasm? No, bone ash actually. I think that's worth 25. Yeah, screw it. Don't screw it. It's fine. At least it stacks. You know what? Whatever. Okay, so now we're here. And I guess we'll see if this is actually a super low-level map with low-level enemies, or any enemies at all, or because we have been told that the Torex have made it all the way to south of the Yoma River Basin, which is exactly here, so we could run into some of those. What is this? Looks like a starfish? Oh, okay, who knows? Kind of annoying how somehow line of sight does not allow me to map in those few tiles there. Okay, there's a bridge here. There's a person to talk to. Oh, the bridge is out. Hello, sir. Fensel. You see a man camped out near a destroyed bridge. Hey you, please come here and speak with me. I have some important news to share. What is your news? I have a terrifying story to relay. I'm a wagon master from Port Eden. My job is to transport goods that have been unloaded there and distribute them to merchants across Mistfell. Well, late last week, my partner and I were taking a shipment up to East Willow when we encountered a Torex scout. He attacked us and we were pursued for 3 miles before we split up. My partner took the western route and I came this way. The Torex followed me. When I reached the Yoma Narrows Bridge, I tossed a lit torch into the back of the wagon, which contained a few barrels of black powder. The wagon and bridge were destroyed in the blast, but it prevented the Torex from following me across. My leg was injured pretty bad from the explosion. I'll be fine, but I need to rest here a while before trying to make it back to Eden. If you are headed north, could you see to it to deliver a message up to the authorities in Port Cuda? They must be aware of how far north the Torex scouts are coming. Tell them the Torex have reached Yoma Narrows. Okay, I guess the game expected me, and rightfully so, to explore this very early. Kind of silly to not have done so, but well, I'm here now. Maybe this is actually going to lead to some further follow-up quests. Because I had been wondering, of course, about the lack of any quest from the local authorities in Port Cuda. So maybe this is what I needed to do all along. Sure, I'll let them know what you have told me. There we go. News from Yomaneros. Thank you, friend. Be quick about it, for I don't know. I don't think we have much time before the Torex are upon us in greater numbers. Well, sure, I'll do that. I'm pretty sure that's going to be useful to me. Of course, it's a little bit disappointing to see that there's not actually much to this map, it seems like. Obviously, there wouldn't be another way across this river anywhere near. So, oh well. We'll see if there's maybe a little bit more to this. No, doesn't seem like it. Nope, that's a pretty impenetrable wall of trees right here. Oh well, I don't know what I expected, but just a little bit more than this. Okay, well in that case, I guess I'm gonna go to Port Cuda, even though it's a very long trip. Oh, cat? My cat is hunting something. Maybe the fly from earlier. Go get her, girl. Anyway, the authorities. Actually, what's it say here? We need to tell the authorities in Port Cuda. Okay, I mean, we know that there is this official guy here. Yeah, Office of Security and Authoritative Business. It seems like the place. Oh wait, he's not actually sitting there. This is the guy. Edwin, I have news for you. A wagon master from Port Eden destroyed the bridge over Yomaneros while being pursued by a Torex scout. 500 experience. Wow, that's a surprising amount for just delivering a message. And it was also enough to level me up. Nice. Edwin looks concerned. Well, it seems I have discovered the reason why I've had so many complaints from the merchants regarding delayed shipments. We will need to address this matter immediately. I will have the Minister of Infrastructure send a team down immediately to fix that bridge. Thank you for reporting this. No problem. Glad I could help. Did you not hear me? What about the Torex? The destruction of the bridge has slowed them, but they're advancing quickly. Yeah, I mean, that's true. He does seem more concerned about the bridge than the fact that there was a Torex there. Does that necessarily indicate that he's somehow, I don't know, that he's already aware of the issue and doesn't intend to do anything about it because he's somehow, I don't know, he has been bought by, what was it, General Gore? Let's try this. You listen to me. I'm as concerned about the Torex as anyone, but war is expensive. We need taxes to fund our troops, and taxes are collected from merchants. If the merchants have no goods to sell, then we have no way to fund the war. Got it? Now then, I do not have the time to further discuss Mistral defense policies with you, so I thank you for reporting this problem. Good day. I mean, fair enough, I guess. In a way. Could have been a bit less of a jerk about it, but then I could have put that a little bit less aggressively, I guess. So, oh well. Now the thing is, do I just put more points into wisdom for quite some time so I can at least learn some new spells? So I would also, well, the thing is, oh, and I think I started talking about strength, but I might not have made the point that I was trying to get to. So even with maxed out strength, or not maxed out, but 40 points of strength, that's how far the chart on the wiki page goes. So I don't know if it keeps going after that, past 40, or if that's the maximum that will do anything, or even the maximum that you can increase it to. No, actually we do have 41 points with overstrength on, so at least with temporary buffs it can go past 40. But either way, that allows me 13 pounds carried while still spellcasting. So putting any points into strength will not really significantly raise that bar, right? Because it climbs very, very slowly. Like every couple of, like, I don't know, it's 1 extra pound every 5 points of strength, roundabout, something like that. So, you know, even if I could somehow push this all the way up to 50, I would then maybe be able to carry 15 pounds. And that's still just enough for my weapon and the gloves, and definitely not for a shield. So I'm never gonna reach a point where I can use my weapon and some gloves and a shield, even a lightweight one, and still cast spells, unless maybe I have the highest possible level of ogre strength on, which I guess I could try to have at all times in combat, but it's you know, an extra bit of hassle. So I don't know. And of course, I still would like to also increase other attributes if I could. Maybe I'm gonna go 1 strength, 2 wisdom for the next couple of level ups. Or maybe next level up I could improve wisdom to 25, so which should allow me to learn 1 more spell. Maybe. As far as skills go, what is dodge actually that we just got? Oh right, that's 1% chance to dodge an attack per skill point. Right, that's why I never bothered to actually get this, because it seems so weak. I mean, dodging is nice when it happens because it gives you the extra to hit bonus for unbalancing the enemy. So it's not just an extra damage reduction, but it's also slightly offensive. But the chance is just so small that it seems hardly worth investing anything into it. I do want to keep improving my weapon skill. My armor. Maybe get armor all the way to 5, hoping that it will maybe do something. What else is there that I could immediately benefit from? I mean, more meditation because I got rid of some. Sure, but I don't know. Lockpicking, skullduggery. Honestly, I feel like it's not really all that worth putting points into those. Because ultimately, I mean, skullduggery, I feel like I'm so far off being able to reliably disarming any of the higher level traps that I might as well just accept that I'm going to trigger most of them. And, you know, I'll just suck up the damage and the effects and deal with them. I can at least try, and sometimes, you know, I'll get lucky and actually disarm one, get some extra XP out of it, but I feel like it's definitely not worth pouring any amount of points into. And with locks, it's kind of similar. I mean, I can have a bunch of lockpicks with me. They're cheap. And I can try a bunch of times, but I would have to invest very, very heavily to improve my odds, you know, in any significant way. So might as well just leave it here. And, you know, except that I'll just have to burn a bunch of lockpicks, or just sit down and hack away at those chests and locks and doors that I can break, which are most of them, so, you know. Now, that all being said, I guess I also want to keep improving divination, because obviously, yeah, I do want more points in the long run. So, yeah, sure. Probably spreading my points a bit thin, but, you know, it's fine. Now, with all that, the divination is at level 14, but I think 13 was the next threshold, so I should be able to cast Overstrength at level 4. Is that right? Yep. Might as well, right? That's 21 mana. Was it? Overstrength, yep. So I'll bind that to 5. Anything else? I mean, I don't really have any of the other higher level spells bound anyway. Lore. Why do I not have lore level 6 bound? Didn't I do that at some point? Yeah, it's really only one more point of mana versus level 5. Same with Divine Heal, really. I thought I had all of these updated at some point, but maybe not. Cat Eyes, same thing there. Might as well have the max duration for 1 extra point of mana. Cure Ailments. Oh, right, Cure Ailments. I can actually cast that at a higher level. Might as well put that to the highest possible level, right? Although I haven't encountered anything that I wasn't able to cure with level 3, so maybe I'll leave it at that for the time being. Flash spell level 6. Yeah, I did upgrade that, or update that at some point. Level 2 for this seems fine. And the lower level heal to heal any minor amounts. Okay, yeah. That's fine. So I'm not really benefiting much from being able to cast any of these tier 3 or tier 2 spells at higher levels, but well, eventually it's gonna make a difference, right? And yeah, anyway, so what did I want to do? Right, I was hoping for a follow-up quest here, but didn't get one. But I did level up, so that's worth something. I guess then, and now that I've equipped, that I've explored this map and found out that it doesn't really lead to much of anything, unless maybe the bridge is eventually going to get repaired. That would be cool, of course, but I don't really know if the engine even supports that kind of thing. Changing those kinds of terrain features on maps over time. I guess I'll check back after some in-game time has passed. It would be cool if the bridge would eventually get fixed. There's still that unknown map west of the church ruin, but I think we're just gonna head into to the dam. Or do we? Oh god, this is... How long is this episode now? It's about 36 minutes? So I don't really have that much longer to go. I managed to waste a bunch of time again for seemingly nothing. What did I even do? I really didn't do much. Where's the time go? Well, I think I'm actually going to just make a cut now and walk all the way back down to that cursed village. And we'll see how well I can deal with all those undead now that I've leveled up a bit. Quite a bit, actually, since last time. Okay, and I'm finally back here in this village of the dam, Lost West Willow. That's quite the long, uneventful walk back, I gotta say. Yeah. 19% chance? Oh, that's cute. Okay, you know what? I'm starting to feel pretty good about this one. The bad part is that it's permanently dark down here, and even with cat eyes, this is as bright as it gets. So I guess I'm gonna have to not use my shield. Sorry, I had to interrupt there for a second. Yeah, so unfortunately, I pretty much have to not use the shield here. So it's kind of, yeah, it's a bummer that I won't actually get to test it out here. But I think being able to actually see is preferable to those 2 extra points. I have noticed that at some point, relatively recently, 2 points of damage reduction have just shown up here, and I don't know what caused that. I really don't. I know that previously I noted, I looked at my stats and I saw the 0 here that had been there all along, and I've been thinking about what kind of equipment or skill or spell even gives you damage reduction. And I was thinking that maybe the shield was what did it, but obviously it's not the case. What? That's dumb. Why can't you not just... Whatever. Right. Yeah, anyway, I don't know. I guess I'll have to look through my footage again to see when those 2 points of reduction showed up there. Because right now, off the top of my head, I can't really think of any major change that occurred lately. Oh god. Is it? I hope it's only 2 of them. I mean, I feel pretty confident dealing with any nasty... Oh, there's a skeleton, of course. Any particularly nasty side effects? Specifically, diseases? Right. What? Okay, hold on. That is the biggest problem, that I will have to preemptively cast Ogre Strength, because I can't do that once I'm already in combat. Or I will actually have to do some inventory juggling, unequip my weapon, and then, cast Ogre Strength, re-equip it, and then for 160 turns I'll be able to cast freely in combat. Actually, will I be able to cast freely? The lantern is 2 pounds. Actually, I won't. Oh, except now I'm up to 46 strength. I guess I'll be able to find out. Okay, apparently that is enough to allow me to cast spells. Let's go berserking and see how this goes. I have a 43% hit chance while berserking, and that was a one-shot. I like that. Okay, 39 damage. 25 from the free attack. Okay, I am getting the feeling like this is gonna be significantly easier than it used to be. Come on. 47 damage. 45 damage. I like it. Still 13 damage in precision mode, and that's a 64% chance. Not terrible. Okay, I mean, I'm still taking a lot of damage, but that's absolutely okay. That's not the spell to cast. There we go. And these guys are worth a decent amount of experience, considering how easy they are at this point. All in all, I'm feeling more and more confident about this. Over strength is, well, still running for an ideal number of turns, you might say. No. Well, these guys do hit hard, though. Oh! The cleave worked for the first time. Okay. It does actually exist. I am convinced now. 72 damage. Not bad. Heal. What? Why did I guess I didn't wait until the enemy had moved fully into position. Okay. I thought I left more of them wandering around the sarcophagus area last time I was here. Maybe because I had rounded up more enemies from around the entire map. Okay, overstrength has actually run out. I need to get used to keeping track of that. Okay, there's an enemy. I mean, so long as it's slow enemies that I can just outrun like this, it's not as much of a problem. With faster enemies, I might maybe sometimes have to reload before I got too close to them, so I can preemptively cast the strength spell. Come on, there we go. Okay, 2 more. Nope. I did not mean to just walk back and forth there. That's okay. Thankfully, that other zombie is maybe too stupid to walk around, or... Yeah, okay, he is. Even if he hadn't been, these are still dealing a lot of damage, though. Oh, wait, I got... Irod? No, I avoided Irod. That's good to know. Yeah, okay. Oh, he can walk around that way. Wow, clever girl. Okay, what the heck? Yes, these are the tougher ones, I guess. Drowned corpses? Or are they? My hit chances do seem worse against them, don't they? Maybe not. Oh, come on. Okay, this one I'm gonna do like this. There we go. Come on, come back. I'll deal with you like this. 42 damage. Okay, that was a 32 damage. Yes, that's what I thought I saw. Okay. Don't like being shot at here. That is not nice. Yeah, you come here, skeleton. Okay. Not ideal. I thought I could step there, but I think I can't. Oh, you guys with your slow attack animations again. Okay, that was a nice hit, and I think I actually need to go ahead and rest a little to restore my mana, but I have pretty much cleared this first section that I had only previously sprinted through, grabbing whatever loot I could. So that's nice. And I'm gonna just make a just take a break here, make a cut, and we're going to continue with probably the rest of this place. I mean, if this doesn't get significantly harder or, you know, difficult in other ways, then I foresee no particular trouble clearing out this place. And with any luck, there's going to be a convenient shortcut back to the surface, because I really don't look forward to walking all the way back out, but I guess we'll see. I suppose I can't always expect a convenient one-way teleporter once I reach the end of a dungeon. So we'll see about that. But I mean, even if not, that's perfectly fine. Definitely looking forward to a bit of a more relaxed dungeon clear compared to the one that we finished recently. So yeah, as always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.